How are baby teeth different from adult teeth?
Baby teeth are built differently than grown-up teeth. They have a very thin outer layer as opposed to a grown-up tooth that has a much thicker outer layer. The under layer, which we call the dentin, but it's the next layer under in the tooth, is softer and a different consistency than what you see in the same layer in a grown-up tooth. For a grown-up tooth, you may have a cavity that starts to form that takes 2 or 3 years to really become a problem for you. That same cavity in a baby tooth is going to progress to a giant hole without somebody helping you or changing the habits in as fast as 3 or 4 or 5 months. It moves very, very quickly. We get parents often that come in and say, I look at my child's tooth all the time and they haven't had a hole, and all of a sudden they have a hole in their mouth. And your first reaction might be to that parent is, how's that possible? But in reality, a cavity starts as a small hole and begins to undermine and form a larger hole underneath that outer layer of the tooth. And then one day when all that foundation's gone, the roof caves in. And all of a sudden you have a hole that came out of nowhere. We need to recognize the process that happens in baby teeth so that we can address those issues early before we end up with that great big giant hole.
For more, go to mycoolsmiles.com.